comentario, pero después.
Hello, good morning. Thank you so much for being here with us today. My name is Maria Gonzalez, and I'm here today with El Pueblo. It's really bittersweet to be out here once more after many years of fighting this fight, once more asking Senator Thom Tillis to do something for us, do something good in the last 2 weeks that are left in this year. I have had Daca since 2013, just like everyone that's going to speak today, or like most of us that are going to speak today. And we're ready to see our elected officials do the right thing, provide a pathway to citizenship, and we'll continue fighting for this. We'll continue asking for more every time. I'm really excited to share with you all the great slate of speakers that we have today. First up will be Jorge Ramos, an amazing community organizer, a DACA recipient, and a local artist as well.
Thank you, Maria. Hello everyone, my name is Jorge Ramos and I'm a Daca recipient. I'm here today because, like more than 2 million other people in this country right now, I am afraid that my legal status may be taken away from me. And by status, I mean my ability to be legally employed and the ability to have my own driver's license, as well as protection from deportation. All of which are things that one or most would find critical to living in this day and age. I have lived in this country for almost 20 years now. I am 25. The DACA program was passed about 10 years ago, a decade now. A decade of which the fate of my life and many others has been a toss-up, a dice game with no end in sight, never truly up to me. I was 15 when I first received my employment authorization permit. I thought that I was blessed. And don't get me wrong, I am. Because to this day, many others weren't and aren't eligible for any protections, let alone any status whatsoever. People like my family. I felt limitless then, and yet I wasn't. I was hobbled. We could go to college now, but we had to pay 3 times the tuition. We could work and drive now, but had to renew our at minimum $500 permit every 2 years with no guarantee of it actually being granted. We could pay federal income taxes, though, side note, immigrants have always paid taxes, but could not receive any federal benefits like Social Security, college financial aid, or food stamps. We could even enlist in the military or be drafted, but could not vote, could not cast a ballot. All we could do was work and drive. That's it. That's all. Something so simple, mundane to some even, and yet to me, to many, it was life-altering. And to think that now they're trying to take that away from us, something so essential, from people which are literally essential, not only to this community, but to the state, to this country, to its economy, it makes absolutely no sense. So why? Why take it away? And this isn't the first time they've tried it. I can't name the amount of times they've attempted to pry the few rights we DACA recipients have from our hands. It's sad, honestly, and it is with this great sadness that I come to you today to plead to the conscience of the greater good that people recognize our humanity and respect our basic human rights. I've seen my community, myself, be used as pawns for political theater and partisan campaign points to rile up their bases with false claims of the monsters y'all deem us to be, or the alarmist threat that we pose when in reality we're just normal people trying to get by. It's sick. By stripping us of our humanity, they make it that much easier for folks to dehumanize us and criminalize us for things that aren't actually problems at all, but convenient false narratives. A pathway to citizenship for all is necessary, and Congress has the ability to make it happen right now. Taking DACA away won't solve any problems. It'll just deepen those that already exist. The only thing separating me from any other living person in this country is this piece of plastic. We are only undocumented due to arbitrary technicalities. I am a human person of flesh and blood that only wants to create and foster good in this world. Why should some arbitrary piece of paper decide what I can and can't do with my life? And I know a year back, I lost my status, and it was some of the hardest times that I've ever had to deal with, not knowing what I was gonna do. The only reason I was able to drive here today is because I have a license. The only reason I was able to put gas in my car is because I could get a job that would pay me. I am a North Carolinian as much as you are, Thom Tillis. So understand, please, and push for legislation that creates a pathway to citizenship for dreamers and non-dreamers alike. My parents deserve citizenship just as much as I do. Thank you.
Now we have Jesus Escobar, a student at Wingate Community College and also a doctor recipient.
My name is Jesus Escobar, and I'm a dreamer. One who dreams to be able to leave a legacy behind for the next generation, and teaching them that our voices should be heard, not only in our dreams, but in reality. To accomplish great things and to leave a landmark, to make a difference in other people's life as well, that if they speak up as well, their voices should be heard, and it will always be heard. I'm here to tell you how humble I am that Daca has granted me a driver's license, has given me the opportunity to get a higher education, has given me the opportunity to travel within the states, and it also has given me the opportunity to live anxious free without being deported or anything like that. I'm here to let others know that your voices should be heard to exceed those expectations. I'm here to remind those that we are here to fight the good battle to obtain citizenship. I myself am a college student for dental hygiene, and unfortunately, because of being a DACA recipient, I'm not able to obtain a license to work as a dental hygiene because I either need to obtain a green card or become a citizenship. That discourages me, but also I pick myself up because I know that I'm here to fight a good battle. I'm here to obtain that license, and I will fight any way in any possible way. I'm here to let everyone know that we, as DACA recipients, are here for only one thing, and that is to live a better life, of which our parents couldn't do, and which is the reason why we were brought here at a very young age. I was brought here at a very young age of 6 months of old. Raleigh is the only home I've known. Raleigh is the only home that has given me opportunities not like no other. If I would be devastated to find out that I've lost those opportunities, those privileges given to me, I would be saddened to know that I will be deported back to a country whose culture I do not know, whose culture I do not recognize and does not sit with me because I was raised here since I was 6 months of age. I'm here to let everybody know that I'm here to fight and be their voices for those who can't, and to let them know that I'm here as an illegal immigrant, I'm here as a student, as a brother, a son, and as a friend for all those who have DACA as well. I'm here to also give confidence and courage to others who are in the same shoes as I am, to making sure that their voices are being heard. DACA has given me the privilege that I wish my parents also had, but unfortunately, because of certain actions of other leaders, DACA right now is on life support. It's on one day and off the other day, but I'm here to keep it on life. I'm here to extend that life to citizenship for all, to me, my fellow dreamers. And I know that when I say this, that we need a hug, because heaven knows that we need it. The struggles we have been through these last couple of 10 years have been awful to us, with the pandemic hitting all of us, and not being able to be eligible for unemployment or any benefits at all. It makes us even work harder for what we're here to fight for. And I'm here to say that I hope that me opening up to you will give you the opportunity to listen to us and to have some empathy and to help us gain that citizenship pathway. Thank you for listening to me, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Now we have Miguel Hernandez, a community leader from Wilson.
Mi nombre es Miguel Hernández, tengo 20 años y vengo de Veracruz, México. Vine aquí en el 2003 a la edad de 8 meses, fui traído por mis padres. Good morning, my name is Miguel Hernandez Romero, I'm 20 years old, born in Veracruz, Mexico. I was brought to the United States at the age of 8 months by my mother and father. The therefore I have no recollection of what living in Mexico is like. My parents brought me here to be able to give me a better life than what I would have had in my birth country. However, that does not seem to matter for much. I began school at the age of 4, but that came with the challenge of English being my second language. I had to learn it as best as I could, having to do homework on my own because my parents couldn't help me. As I'm sure you all know, that also meant sitting around the kitchen table, getting asked to translate what an important document is. Somehow I managed to learn and make it through my school years with good grades, being on principal's list, attending Renaissance, all the things that motivated me to be better. The motivation from my parents and them constantly reminding me that I had to work extra hard in order to prove that I deserve to be successful, and that hard work and dedication, and with hard work and dedication, I could accomplish anything and everything I set my mind to. The year finally came when I turned 15, the long-awaited age for me to finally apply for Daca. I got in contact with a lawyer and scheduled the appointment. We attended the appointment with the highest of hopes, but ran into a problem. It turns out that the sealed documents given to the lawyer were incomplete. I was missing all of my documents from elementary school, which are needed in order to prove that I had in fact been here during that time. I called the lawyer and tell him that I finally had the documents, but unfortunately, he says that the Trump administration would stop considering new applications. I felt defeated. I was so close, I could practically see it. What hurt the most was seeing my mother cry after hearing the news. She hugged me and told me everything will work itself out. I went back to my regular life, hoping for the best to come. The thing is, I too have dreams. I graduated from early college.
It's okay. You're doing great.
To be a U.S. citizen in order to receive financial aid from the government. Unfortunately for me, that's where it ended. I couldn't apply for in-state tuition. Because in the state of North Carolina, I don't qualify as
Okay.
as such. Even though I've lived here my whole life, I can't find a job. Because I don't have a social security number. I see all these signs saying currently hired. And I can't apply because of my legal status. No one ever said life would be easy, and I'm living proof of this. But with everything in life is what you make of it. I refuse to give up, and I'm continuing to fight for DACA. And for the DACA eligible people, because I want to have a better education and a better future for myself and my family. Like Juan Diaz said, every single immigrant we have, undocumented or documented, is a future American. That's just the truth. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next we have Raquel de Leon, also community leader from Wilson. Hi everyone, my name is Raquel de Leon and I came to the United States in 2003 when I was just 2 years old. I am the daughter of immigrants that left everything they knew in Veracruz, Mexico to build a life in Wilson, North Carolina. My mother worked day in and day out to put me and my siblings through school. Sometimes I would only see her, but she would sneak into my room after a long day at work to kiss me goodnight. I would pretend I was asleep so I wouldn't get in trouble for waiting up for her. With my eyes closed, I would wait for these quiet moments that were both an apology and a promise. An apology for not spending enough time with us, and a promise for a better life with better opportunities. As sad as I may sound, I know I'm not the only one. I've been a DACA recipient since 2016. DACA recipients are the sons and daughters of immigrants that were brought to this country as children. The average DACA recipient has been here for over 20 years. We do not know the streets of our own birthplace. We know the streets of the home we've made here. I take pride in standing here today, fighting for a dream, for a basic human right, for living without fear. I dream of a life where I don't have to wake up with uncertainty, where my livelihood does not rest upon the hands of those who have never walked a mile in my shoes. DACA recipients are living in constant turmoil, living presidency by presidency, and getting used as pawns in a political chess game of this country. We do not ask to be
born on the wrong side. We live in a country that was that has made us feel unwanted, and yet we still contribute to it. We pay our taxes and we are law-abiding citizens because for us, this is all we have. This is all we know. This is a home and we are here to stay. With Daca, basic living conditions are possible. I am able to have a driver's license and go to college. I am able to have a good paying job and to build credit and pursue my dreams of having my own home. All of these privileges that most people take for granted could be pulled out from under me in any moment. I am a dreamer that was promised the American dream, but lately this country that I know as my home and has felt more like a land of broken promises. I want to ask our senator to build a legacy for giving thousands of young people the opportunity to live with dignity. My community is the backbone of this country and we deserve a pathway to citizenship and we need immigration reform now. I believe in our people. I believe in North Carolina. And to all mi gente latina that's watching us at home, unidos somos más fuertes. Thank you.
Up next, we have Barbara Mojica, Executive Director of NLCUP, a student and a DACA recipient.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Barbara Mojica. As you can see, I'm now walking up here with a piece of paper. And this is totally because I have done this speech way too many times. Way too many times. I should not be retelling my stories so people can listen to us, so people can see humanity within us. I'm a DACA recipient. I am a student and I'm also a professional. Thanks to the support of my industry, I've been able to attend college. But otherwise, as a lot of the people behind me have not had the opportunity to attend college like a regular person should. Right after high school, with all those aspirations, you get straight to work. Why? Because in North Carolina, we still have to pay in-state and out-of-state tuition. It is unfair and unjust to us as DACA recipients who pay taxes, who work in this country, who have called this country home, still have to battle this issue with education. This country is prides themselves in being the country of the most light, the most educated, yet people like me do not have access to that sort of education. I am tired of telling my story because I want my story to be different. I do not want to keep defining myself as a DACA recipient who, by administration, is always in fear of what's going to happen to my status. Not only to my status, but to the status of my siblings, to the status of my friends, to the status of the people behind me. I am tired. We are here to ask the government to please pass a U.S. citizen law that would make us citizens to this country. I had the opportunity to go back home through the advanced parole program that, as if many of you guys know, you have to pay thousands of dollars and they only approve it if someone in your family is dying. Just sit on that for a moment. I only had the opportunity to go to Mexico because my grandmother was sick, someone that I did not know. Anyway, back to the story. I had the opportunity to go back to Mexico, and then I realized that I do not belong there. I do not belong in Mexico. I did not grow up in Mexico. That is not my country. That is not the people that I identify with. This is my home. I do not want to keep feeling unsafe in my own home. I do not want the next administration to threaten me or people behind me of the status quo. All that we are asking is that we want to feel safe and protected just like anybody else in this country. We are tired of fighting. I am personally tired of giving this speech, and I'm not trying to sound negative. I am tired of this defining me. I want to be a regular American citizen in this country. And I hope that Senator Thom Tillis starts this, and this bill hopefully passes not only for me, but also for that person that just spoke about not being able to have DACA. I mean, so many dreams get cut right after high school, and that shouldn't be the case. And I also want to plead everyone in the government to stop blaming our parents, because I am sure that if you are a parent, you will do the same for your kids, and your kids' safety and your kids' needs were threatened. Stop blaming my parents for making the best decisions that they could at the time that they could. It's not an easy path to come to the U.S. South America in general. We do not have access to that, just like European countries or other countries that have white passing people. We don't have that. So please, I advocate to stop blaming our parents. Our parents also deserve this right. They also deserve the right to citizenship and to live in this country where they have also call home, where they pay taxes to call their home and to become a citizen. Thank you so much.
Thank you. These are our stories, each a gut-wrenching, painful experience we have to deal with every single day. Now we're going to hear from Adriel Orozco, an attorney at the NC Justice.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Adriel Orozco. I'm a staff attorney with the North Carolina Justice Center. We aim to eliminate poverty in our state and ensure that everyone in our state gets the fair treatment that they deserve. I am here today to urge Senator Thom Tillis and also Senator Richard Burr to support and champion a bill that provides a pathway to citizenship for immigrants who enter the United States as children. The clock is ticking. North Carolinians with Daca live in uncertainty because courts with conservative majorities will likely hold the program unconstitutional. That means that the more than 24,000 North Carolinians with Daca could lose their work authorization and protection from removal. That means that our state will lose essential workers that contribute over $80 million in taxes annually. It is simply unfair to leave so many individuals who have only known the United States as their home in limbo. We need a solution now. I am encouraged by Senator Tillis' leadership in negotiating with our senators, including Senator Kirsten Sinema from Arizona, to reach a compromise during the lame duck session. This is long overdue. However, the framework as published in the Washington Post last Monday falls short of meeting the needs and urgency of this moment. Over the past 20 years, the border has received huge amounts of resources, as seen by the tripling of Customs and Border Patrol's budget for the quadrupling Border Patrol agents. CBP is the largest law enforcement agency in the United States, yet it lacks transparency and accountability and is plagued by numerous complaints of physical, verbal, and sexual abuse. Despite the billions of dollars funneled into that agency, migrants continue to come to our border because they're fleeing persecution, poverty, and the results of a changing climate. Further militarizing our border won't change this. Extending Title 42 won't change it. We need real solutions that uphold our promise as a country to provide refuge for those seeking protection. I urge Senator Tillis and Senator Burr to lead courageously in this moment. Urge your fellow Republicans to do what's right and provide a pathway to citizenship for folks who enter the United States as children. Thank you.